I'm Sean Thomas, and this is Local Flight. Join me as we travel across the country to discover extraordinary bartenders and purveyors. We'll share their stories as they work together to create innovative cocktails using unique local ingredients. In this episode of Local Flight, we're mixing sweet and heat to make a Texas treat like no other. When you think of Dallas, you may picture longhorn steers or the hustle and bustle of an international travel hub, but not necessarily craft cocktails. Well, at Parliament, bartender extraordinaire Eddie Lucky Campbell is working to change that by bringing sophisticated ingredients and a flair for the theatrical to the glass. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing there?
Good. Just another day at the bar, huh? Look at that knife.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's an old Japanese ice thaw. We're just getting the ice block ready here.
That's so awesome.
Hey,
Sean.
doing great. Pleasure, Eddie.
Eddie, nice to meet you. So tell me a little bit about the bar. I love the design, the wallpaper, the ceiling's so great. Did you design it yourself?
My partner and I did. So we took a lot of inspiration from old bars of the avant-garde period in Europe, but at the same time, we wanted it to have the same welcoming quality of like a French sidewalk cafe bistro.
I definitely get that vibe. It sounds like you're actually trying to give people a history lesson while they're coming in here to enjoy their cocktails.
Thanks for noticing. So in the efforts of being both a neighborhood bar and a great cocktail lounge, our bartenders do serve as educators. They need to find some information out from that person, what they like.
Sure.
And then they not only make the cocktail, but they tell them why they're making that cocktail.
Makes sense. I'd love to try one of your drinks that just gives me an idea of what you guys are doing here, bar program, philosophy-wise. Do you have something in mind?
Sure I do. So this is an old classic from New Orleans, so we do very well here, the Ramos Gin Fizz.
I know this drink well. I'm a huge fan of a Ramos Gin Fizz.
So let me show you what we do with
Please
the Ramos.
do.
1 egg white.
You got steady hands. There's no way I could one hand an egg.
1 ounce of lemon juice, 2 ounces of Bombay Sapphire Gin.
Now, if my history is accurate, I think this started off sort of like a brunch cocktail.
Well, it sure turned into that, and even still, the Carousel Bar, the Monteleone Hotel, you can see everybody gathering there in the mornings for Ramos Gin Fizzes.
Cream?
Yes, sir. 2 ounces of heavy cream, 1 ounce of simple syrup,
Is that your orange blossom water?
orange blossom water here. It's very strong. Ice. So a lot of old cocktail recipes say shake vigorously. With the Ramos, I say shake until your arms fall off.
Look how frothy your tin is. I think that looks ready to go.
A few ounces of soda water.
Man, I feel like I could actually stand on that foam. It's so thick.
How about a little taller? Here you go, my friend. That is a true Ramos Gin Fizz.
Thank you, Lucky. Lucky, I'll tell you, I've had Ramos Gin Fizzes in New Orleans. This one definitely holds up, if not better, with the presentation of just a giant cream head that it has. It's no wonder people keep coming back for these because they're on point. So,
Thanks, bud.
Part of the reason why I'm in Dallas is I really want to try to find something that captures what's unique to Dallas. So do you have any ideas as far as where we could go to draw some inspiration or find an ingredient or something along those
Absolutely.
lines?
Texas is known for berries. Probably some of the best, juiciest berries in the world. And we do barbecue real good.
Really?
Yeah.
Consider me intrigued because just the combination alone, berries and barbecue, it's definitely something I've never heard of before. So
All right,
let's
let's
go get some
'em.
Texas inspiration. Just 80 miles east of Dallas in Van Zant County, some of the juiciest berries anywhere are being grown at Blueberry Hill Farms. We're heading that way to meet owner Chuck Arena and taste what he's got on the vine.
A lot of people say that you grow the best berries in the world.
Well, I love hearing that, but you'll never hear me say that. We're looking for this row up here, and we're gonna find some really nice big blue ones.
Great.
Look at the size of these berries right here.
Whoa.
You're gonna pick the biggest. They'll roll right off of the cluster. You wanna leave the reds and greens. I need those next week to make money.
Gotcha.
And if you're gentle with the cluster, you just get the blue ones.
It's just straight sweetness.
And that's because we let them ripen on the bush, because a blueberry does not get any sweeter once picked.
Is there anything that you've learned from tending these berries in all the years that you have?
You have very little control over nature, and you should go with it, not against it.
I like that.
So the blackberries are growing.
Well, they certainly are. Look at this guy now.
Yeah, see how big and plump it got? Well, that's what you're looking for right there. That's a nice, clean berry.
How'd that one be?
Oh, yeah, that should be
I
good.
think I see one here too.
You got to eat a few and pick
Oh
a few.
my God.
Huh? Isn't that good?
That's no joke
That's the
right there.
juiciest berry I've ever had.
Impromptu blueberry competition right now. I'll start. Ready?
Oh, you think so,
Let's see
huh?
it.
You think
Let's
you
see
got
it.
me, huh?
Oh!
Oh, yeah, there's no way. No,
He
he
got
didn't.
it.
No, he didn't.
got
Hold on a second.
Go ahead, Lucky. Hey,
Hey.
there it is. Looks like we got a good amount here. You think this is enough for your
yeah,
what you
man, we
need?
can make some cocktails with that.
Fantastic. I had no idea such sweet berries grew in Texas. But when it comes to our next ingredient, there's no question Texas does it well. At Pecan Lodge in the Deep Ellum neighborhood, locals line up in the street for a taste of the legendary barbecue smoked meats that owner Justin Fortin brings to the table.
What's up? Good
Nice
to
to see you, bud. How you doing?
He's just been screaming from the rooftops about this place. I'll tell you, it smells incredible and it's packed, so.
I don't think there's a better smoker in the world than Justin right here. Dallas will put him up against anybody in the world.
Dude, that looks so incredibly
Are you
good.
serious?
That's like barbecue
Look
art.
at this, brother.
The anticipation is killing me. All right, I'm gonna start off with the brisket, which I feel like I can just cut with a fork. In fact, I can just cut with a fork. That is silly.
That's something.
That's just incredible.
Oh my God, the flavors.
The man himself, Justin. This is just insanely good. Job well done.
Thank you.
I get a little starstruck when Justin's around.
How did you get into the barbecue smoking business, opening up your own restaurant?
It's always been kind of a passion of mine, and we were lucky enough to be able to turn it into a business.
It is a booming business, if you ask me.
So Justin, what I need your help with here is we are doing a smoked cocktail. I was hoping to use a kind of wood that you think would match better with that sweeter side.
We've got two kinds of wood here, the hickory and the oak. The hickory has more of a peppery quality, but the oak is really nice and mild. There's some buttery components there that I think that would work real well.
How secret and safeguarded is your smoke room?
We don't let a lot of people in there for the most part, but I'm happy to take y'all back there and show you what we do.
I feel like we're entering the secret layer.
Man,
Well, this is it.
this is the best smelling sauna I've ever been in.
Those are cooking for tomorrow.
That's awesome.
They're traditional pits. There's wood burning. There's no gas, no electricity, no thermostats. Everything's controlled manually by the amount of wood that we put in.
Call that old school.
It's totally old school. We've got some of the pork butts that are going.
Oh yeah, it's like a steam and a smoke.
Oh, yeah.
It gets so hot.
You get a lot of the moisture in
Wild,
there. And
wild.
one of the main things that separates barbecue from just normal grilling is where the fire is located. You can see here the fire is completely separate from the meat. And then all that you have going into the pit where the meat is cooking is the heat and the smoke. It's a gentler way of cooking. And a lot of people will throw additional things into the firebox.
So you can actually spice the meat without actually adding spices directly onto it.
Exactly.
Is there anything that you would recommend that might add flavor to the smoke so the smoke has another smell to it?
I mean, the first thing that came to mind is maybe the apple peel. You probably get a little bit of that burning in there. It's a little bit drier than the meat of the apple.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Awesome. You're probably changing the game of mixology. You don't even know it. Perfect.
As long as I get a drink to
Innovative.
end product, I'm good.
All right. Would you pick us out a good piece of oak that we could take with us?
Maybe start with this one. It'll be easy to kind of peel off some of the little pieces for the bowl.
Great.
Ah, phenomenal.
I'll take this.
Hand selected by the man himself.
Justin,
Okay.
thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Your food
Yeah,
is amazing. So
This was such a treat, man.
thanks for having us. With delicious berries and oak for smoking in hand, we're heading back to Parliament to see what Lucky can cook up. Well, Lucky, that was the most delicious field trip I have ever been on.
We've got great Texas berries here from Blueberry Hill Farms, and then we've got this great piece of oak from Pecan Lodge. I think we're gonna go with a more contemporary style cocktail and a little more composed cocktail here. I'm recommending we use a little Grey Goose Le Citron.
Yeah.
All right, and I think the lemon is going to help lighten that smoke flavor.
Okay.
I wanna get started here right now by soaking some of the wood right in here.
A wood infusion.
That's exactly right. Let's break off a good piece here.
Well, I've heard of people barrel aging in wood, never infusing in wood.
So it'd be the same concept. The flavor should be a little more immediate, and it'll bring a slight tannic quality to the spirit here. All right, so we're gonna start by muddling some berries here. 2 blackberries and 4 blueberries.
Got it. The nice thing too, they were so fresh, they're not gonna add a pronounced tartness.
These have no tartness to them whatsoever. All right, this is yuzu juice. We're gonna do 3/4 ounce of yuzu juice.
It's a decent amount of yuzu.
And this is our ginger thyme apple syrup. We're gonna do 3/4 ounce of our ginger thyme apple syrup.
Okay.
2 ounces of our oak infused Grey Goose Le Citron. 5 drops of rum spice bitters, known as decanter bitters. This is a little coffee tincture, and I just use a couple drops of that to kind of just mellow out the spices.
Is there any methodology behind why you're
typically,
stirring?
Generally, as a rule, you shake citrus, but I didn't want to beat up those berries, so I just wanted to slowly stir all those things together. So we're gonna fine strain out all of that berry pulp. We'll get this beautiful purple iridescent hue to our cocktail. We've got our cocktail composed and ready.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get our glassware ready. It is a globe. We're gonna add our garnishes now. Blueberries. Get our lemon peels wrapped around in there nice. Thyme. And some diced apples floating in our cocktail.
I like the color composition. It's gonna look like a cornucopia in a snow globe.
Bring our cocktail in over the garnish.
Crushed ice.
Little absinthe mist. Okay, so now we're gonna smoke it. So this device is called the smoking gun. So we've got some oak loaded in there, and Justin over at Pecan Lodge kind of inspired me by saying that, you know, you could add a little flavor over the wood chips. So I did a little orange. I just wanted a little citrus zest to kind of come through and lighten that smoke up a little bit.
Great. That's so cool. You look like a mad scientist right now.
All right, we want to cap it pretty quick to preserve all of that great buttery, oaky smoke. All right, my friend. Let's see how that turned out.
I mean, it smells just like the Pecan Lodge. It's just
That's
oaky.
something else, huh? Pretty neat.
All those flavors really do work together. Nothing really overpowers the other.
Pretty wild.
It's a really well-balanced cocktail considering there is all these components. So I say
That's
job
great.
well done,
That's
man.
great.
Job well done. So last order of business, this creation needs a name.
I think we call it Storm on Earth.
I mean, with all the components, it is like a world of flavor. And the smoke, yeah, Storm on Earth. And you made it work well, so who knew? Berries and smoke.
Berries and smoke, man.
I mean, thanks for watching, and join me next week when we get exotic in Miami.